well. I explained what the Bar Representation Committee did. I said they're all here today, and she was very interested in that. Explained where we come from, that we represent all of Hall, and that we come from all over the country and in fact the world. And she was very interested to find out that 2 of our members were from Pakistan.
We spoke about how lovely it is for our home students to meet people from all over the world, to make friends with people who are then going to go off and practice in Malaysia or Bermuda or Pakistan, Bangladesh. So she was very interested in our students.
The main thing that I was speaking to her about was meeting students from all over the world at dinners, especially now that I'm a full member as a barrister, meeting student members and how important that is for me, because it really reminds you when you meet the students about the global membership of the Inn. It really reminds you of the sense of community and the history that the Inn has with the Commonwealth, and I think she was very interested in that, so it was very nice.
We very, very briefly basically just said hello.
I introduced Her Majesty to our staff members who were here to meet her. She knew that I was the first female under-treasurer at Lincoln's Inn, and she was quite interested in that.
She asked what the nature of my practice was and how long I've been working in the inn, and I was able to reply that not only has it been my professional home for the last few years, but also my personal home.
My role today was to show the Golden Book to Her Majesty the Queen and ask her to sign it. The Golden Book is effectively the royal autograph album that the Inn has, extending back to Charles II and his brother James, Duke of York, when they came to the Inn in 1672, and it's been signed by many reigning monarchs and other distinguished visitors since. Well, the Queen was very interested in seeing so many of the signatures and the fact that it extends back so far. She was also very amused when we turned the page after Charles II's signature, when members of his court signed the book, and you could see what a very good dinner they had because the signatures are very shaky and blotchy, and she enjoyed that.
Well, we talked mainly about the Ashworth Centre, which of course is new, and she was very interested in how much we'd managed to get into the space. She was particularly interested in the lecture theatre, and she was interested in why we needed it.
Her Majesty asked me what my role was, and she asked me to introduce the rest of the construction and design team. So she showed a great deal of interest, and I was very pleased to meet her.
The Ashworth Centre will bring the ability to keep education within the curtilage of the inn, and will mean that when we are doing education events, people are on hand for the hall. The facilities will be great, the lecture theatre will be marvellous, rather than sitting on the rather uncomfortable chairs in the Great Hall for an hour or two at a time. Anyone who's done that will know what I mean.
Oh, I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's much more centred having it actually in the inn rather than us being spread around. It will keep everything together. I think that it will make us the leading inn so far as educational services are concerned.
In some sense, it's a unique project because none of the other inns had it. And what it will bring is investment for the future in educational facilities, and also as a great venue for meetings and other events. And I think it's just a progression really of what the inn's always been about, which is educating barristers and training barristers.
We like to think that the training that we provide is of the gold standard, and I think it serves a space that's gold standard as well.
It will bring a completely new educational facility, which will be fantastic, because the inn, if it's about anything, is about educating students.
The Ashworth Centre will bring a great deal to the inn in terms of obviously its facilities. The lecture theatre is beautiful, the space is really special. The fact that it's named for a woman, particularly in this year as we're celebrating the centenary of women lawyers.
It will bring the most amazing facilities for education and for inn events. And I think what has really impressed people is the way that the facility has actually been created without denting the landscape of Lincoln's Inn. And the architects have done a wonderful job of bringing light into underground space.
The Ashworth Centre will bring excellent facilities for our education colleagues.
I think it just ensures its continuity as an important part of what makes this profession so unique.
Lincoln's Inn means the members for me. It's an amazing place. There is nowhere else like it.
Lincoln's Inn to me means community. It's an opportunity to meet students, members of the bar, the bench, the staff. We have a really special range of resources that we can all tap into. I know that if there's ever anything that I need professionally outside of chambers, the Inn is where to find that. The Inn is a home.
It educated me. I've dined here. I've taught education here. It means a great deal to me.
When you're at the bar, whether you're a junior practitioner or a member of the Supreme Court, there is a sense that we are all equals.
Lincoln's Inn is a family, it's very collegiate, it's a big multifaceted organisation, but what strikes me most about Lincoln's Inn is its collegiality and its sense of community.